So in this one here, we want to get the x squared on its own first. So we multiply both sides by 5. So that leaves you x squared on this side. And then we want to multiply this side by 5. So that would be 5 multiplied by w minus y. Now we simply want to remove the square from this side. So the square root of x squared is x, and that means we need to square root this side, so that's 5 multiplied by w minus y. And that's the answer to the first one. So again, in this equation, we're looking for x equals, so we need to try and get x on its own. So let's start off by multiplying the left-hand side by w. That would leave us x squared minus 5 equals y multiplied by w. Now if we remove the 5 from this left-hand side by adding 5 to it, so that leaves us x squared equals 5 plus y multiplied by w. Next phase is to find the square root of x squared, which is x, and the square root of the other side, the whole thing is 5 plus y multiplied by w. And there's the answer to number 2. Okay, this is number 3 video. Again, we're trying to find x, so we need x on its own. So the way to do this is multiply the left-hand side by y minus s, so that leaves us x equals, and we multiply the other side by y minus s, so that's v multiplied by y minus s. And that's the answer to number 3. Again, this is finding x with this particular equation. So the first thing to do is to try and get the x's on their own. So what I would do here is move the equations upside down, so we've got 9x over v, and do the same on the other side, y over w. Now I would multiply both sides by v, so that leaves us 9x on this side, and we multiply this side by v, so that leaves us y v over w. So now we need to remove the 9, so let's divide both sides by 9, so that leaves us x this side, and if we divide this side by 9, we can just put 9w there. And that's the answer to number 4. So this is question number 5. Again, we're looking for x, so we need to get x on its own. So the first thing to do is take w away from each side, so that leaves us Vx this side equals 3 minus w. Now to get the x on its own on the left hand side, we need to divide by v, so that gives us x equals 3 minus w divided by v. And that's the answer to number 5. So this is the final one, number 6. Again, we're trying to find x, so we need to first of all remove the 5w squared, so we've got vx on its own. So we have vx equals y minus 5w squared. It's taken it away from both sides. Now what we need to do is divide both sides by v, which leaves x on its own. So divide that side by v, and that equals y minus 5w squared over v. And that's the answer to the 6th one. So hope that helps.